Who am I trying harder to keep alive? For instance, if my tombstone were to read, did her best to keep herself and everyone she loves alive, is it selfish for herself to come first? There was nothing particularly new about therapy today, and still, it was cathartic. Did you see the clip of the white lady on CNN who, minutes before the Queen was announced dead, said she didn't really care? What with all the colonialism and shit, which I think is a pretty brave way to be on air. I've thought about walking on air. I fantasize about walking on the tops of trees, on the sides of the mountains. And it's not working out great quite yet. I told my therapist I'd like to be open. That's what the latest dating website I used said. We believe that your partnership is arriving and your work is not to hunt, search, and strive for connection, but to open and receive it. And so, is not all of living merely being open to receive death? Each breath closer and closer to the end. I wonder how hard they worked to keep Her Majesty from death. How many pounds it took to keep the company in check. My poems are all the same. They read like a slinky falling, dropping, dying down the stairs. Eventually they land and the coils have to keep themselves alive. Usually, I use poetry to keep myself alive and write meta poems that reference themselves, which is what I do in therapy, which is also a thing I do to keep myself alive. And maybe in that process, I am merely seeking to decolonize myself. For instance, I would like to be decolonized before I am dead so that I can actually experience proper liberation in my lifetime. That seems like a worthy cause, a good kind of thing to seek to sort out in the dash of the tombstone. Isn't that a particular kind of openness? When we stop hunting and searching and striving for some kind of life that we can't otherwise find whilst walking in the air. I reckon really what my problem is that I'm too afraid to walk on the ground. Jesus did water. I'm not saying I'm the son of God or a queen for that matter, but I reckon Earth is a good place to land.